a wedding photographer based in San Diego and also a bride-to-be. So I wanted to do another kind of fitness workout video for you guys now that I am pretty much 2 months out from my own wedding, and I've really got to crank things into gear because I'm going to be honest, over the holidays and past the holidays, I was not even counting my calories whatsoever. I definitely gained a lot of body fat. I did also gain muscle because I was sort of on a bulk, but then I kind of felt like I'd bulked a little too much fat. And so now what I'm doing is I am on a cut, which is basically a diet for doing fat loss only, not losing any muscle, so that I can trim away the fat and look a lot leaner. My muscles will show more. And that's something that is just my personal goal, is to get to a place where I can see my muscles. Maybe I'll see some abs. Who knows? I hope that they're there. I've been working hard on them and it really hurts. So hopefully there's something there. But basically, I wanted to do this video to explain what I'm now doing since I'm so close to the wedding and I don't have the year that I had before. Now I've got like 65 days or something. So basically what I've been doing with my workout these days is I have been seeing my trainer twice a week. So we were doing leg day on Monday and then upper body on Wednesday. And now we're kind of back to a full body split, which means we are doing legs and arms on both days, just different kinds of movements. So it'll be an upper body pull and lower body push, which means you're kind of pulling more things. So like rows for your upper body, and then you're pushing, so more like squats, things like that. And then Wednesday is a lower body pull, so more like hip thrusting, hamstrings, that sort of thing. And then an upper body push, so things like a shoulder press, stuff like that. So that's what I'm doing as far as weightlifting goes. And then the other 3 days that I'm exercising each week, I am doing really heavy Pilates classes. So I go to Club Pilates. I like to take the Pilates level 2. I don't even think my studio offers higher than that. If they did, I would certainly try it. But I am doing Pilates kind of a level 2 each week. And then I'm also going to be adding in a Pilates cardio class on Fridays just to get a little bit of that fat loss going a little bit faster. So I am now working out 5 times a week. It's kind of every day in a row, which I didn't really plan that, but it just works out that way with my schedule because I can't always work out on a Saturday or Sunday because I have a wedding. If I have a wedding on Saturday, I'm definitely not working out on Sunday. I need to rest. My body goes through a lot on a wedding day, so I usually take the weekend off. But that said, what I'm going to be doing probably every single Sunday is just a quick 20 minutes of core and maybe a little bit of glute because I am really trying to work my core more. It definitely gets worked in a lot of the weightlifting that I do, but I want to specifically target it. My lower abs, I have a very hard time feeling. I have a hard time just simply walking around and holding in my core, and because of that, other things like my back tend to tighten up, which is not the best thing for me. So it's a really good thing anyway for anybody to increase their core strength. It just so happens that there's the added benefit of giving you abs when you've built enough muscle. So that is what I am doing right now for my workouts. Now, in terms of my diet, this is what's really going to get things going with fat loss. So you cannot out-exercise your mouth. So if you are wanting to lose fat, you need to be eating less food. And the amount of food that you need to be eating really depends on what your lean muscle mass is and a lot of different factors and what your body fat percentage is. So for me, I go to a place called Body Fat Test San Diego, and I'm going to be inserting some clips here of me getting my body fat tested through the kind of dunk tank. That's what I call it, but it's a hydrostatic body test. This is something that I find quite unpleasant because I don't love being underwater for an extended amount of time. I don't like having my head underwater. It's not because I don't like getting my hair messed up. It's because it just feels very claustrophobic for me. It's kind of a sensory overload, but I suffer through it so that I can find out what my body fat percentage is. And that is a great way to show me if how I've been eating and training is working towards my goals of either gaining muscle and keeping fat steady or preserving muscle and losing fat, which is what I'm doing right now with my cut. So for my diet, I am currently basically Not eating that many carbs. I'm definitely not in keto. I don't like keto for my body. Because I'm a vegetarian, I find it too hard. Keto makes me feel very dizzy and faint. Even if I can do it past 2 weeks, it makes me feel terrible, and I cannot exercise on keto. So instead, I just basically follow a percentage where I'm kind of making sure that I'm getting mostly protein in my diet. So that's the heaviest thing that I'm having. So with my current diet, I'm eating about 140 grams of protein every day. I'm capping myself at around 112 grams of carbs, and then my fat is somewhere in the 50s. Because I don't eat a lot of meat, fat is something that I have to take care to add into my diet. So I have to do that through butter, olive oils, cheeses, things like that. So a lot of meat will have fat in it. I don't eat meat, so fat is actually hard for me to get. Protein can be tricky as a vegetarian, but I try to have a little protein shake. Like, I actually have one right here, not sponsored, but if they want to, they certainly can. This is Premier Protein. I get these in bulk at Costco. They taste pretty good. They've got really great macros. So this one is 160 calories and only 5 carbs and 30 grams of protein. So that is basically 1 meal's worth of protein for me. But because I am trying not to lose any muscle whatsoever, that is why my protein has to be so high. Now, when you want to gain muscle, that is when you're going to start decreasing your protein and increasing your carbs. Carbs are very helpful for kind of bulking up fat and muscle. You kind of need more carbs if you want to gain more muscle. But right now I'm going to cut, which basically means that I am starving all the time because it is very fresh and it takes my body some time to adapt to the new amount of foods. I have other videos on kind of how I deal with my calories that I can link down below, but that is pretty much it. That is what I'm doing 2 months out. I'm essentially changing what I was doing to being very dedicated now, and I'm back on counting my calories just so I can lose some fat and trim down for the wedding, which really, honestly, it's the honeymoon that I want to look really toned for. I've always been a smallish person, but I've never looked really fit and toned. And that's how I want to feel and how I want to look. It makes me feel better, makes me feel stronger because I am stronger that way and I look stronger. So that makes me really happy. Whatever it is you're trying to achieve for the wedding, I hope that this has inspired you. I'm basically just cranking everything up, making sure I never miss a workout, being very diligent about my food, and that's it. It's definitely not easy, especially adding in the extra cardio in the week, which I wasn't doing when I was bulking this winter. But you guys can do it. If you have a goal, I'm sure that you can achieve it or get really, really close. You just have to really buckle down and make sure that you do not let yourself cheat, because if you are 2 months out or 1 month out, that is the time to really get in shape. So that's great, and hopefully you can maintain that after the wedding. That's my goal, is to simply maintain, grow muscle more slowly. I'll ease back out of my cut and I'll go to just my normal maintenance calorie mode. So that'll at least help me gain more muscle and I can keep the fat off. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and let me know down in the comments below what your favorite workout is. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!